GM. Right. Day 61 of becoming a profitable trader. Very, very quick video here just because I'm not looking on the Friday markets. Nothing really analyzed on this. Right. So let's jump straight into it. So USD CAD didn't really have any volume, nothing really to look at over here. I saw some people tweaking some good gold buys, I think it was. Let's see. Yeah, we had a bit of a retracement. I think it was talking about right around this bullish candle here, which could have been a re-entry, but for me, again, no Fridays. It's just, I've seen it too much, which is a restricted trader is a profitable one. If you have a bunch of rules that hold you back all the time, then it means you have a bunch of things that hold you away from losses as well. So I know it's hard, but that's why you have so many pairs. Like if this was all the pairs I traded, I'd have one, maybe, let's say 3 set up a month, maybe less. That's why you gotta have all these pairs, all these ones. Because now you've got 6, you got 7, now you got 9 setups where you can take it. Let's say you have a 40% win rate, but it has 2.5% gain on it per position. You're a profitable trader. Done, dusted, done. Right? So that was just it. Unfortunately, it wasn't a trade, but it is what it is. GDP CHF just went flying up here, so it'll be interesting to analyze it for Sunday swings. That's going to be very interesting. Euro GBP, as you can see here, this is also a little bit of a lesson in holding this, because this is where I take profit. Obviously 2.88, again, that's amazing per week. You need that per week to get 10% a month, and 10% a month is plenty. It's enough, right? So let's say you have a 300k account, you risk 1%, you make 10 R, well, you're making $30,000 a month. But I could have held this a little bit longer, so I wouldn't have definitely held it here, but my reasoning for this was literally just held it to, what was it, 2.88. Let's just round it off there, just because of how this was structured here. Didn't want to take any additional risks over looking at 2 years ago. And as well, if you zoom in here, this wick here, this is just 4 hour creating the different candles. So you could have definitely targeted this. For the time being, this was my first trade of the month, and I just thought, you know what? I'm going to play it safe. A 2.8% this week is plenty, and I'm very happy with how it turned out, regardless if I could have gotten 5 or more. Right? If I held it down to here, I would have had 5% there, and that'd be golden. But guess what? It is what it is. Thank you, God, for giving me the profits and keeping me trading for another day, and we move on. No other trades was taken this week. This never broke the lower high, so never got an entry off that. Same thing with this. Never went into entry. Well, it technically did, but I was late for it. This would have also been a winning position of 2.86. But again, I closed this in the morning, and this was at 7 o'clock. Right, so I was already awake, closed it, and I thought, because it was a limit order, right? I didn't want it to dip in with a wick and perhaps go up, because my rule is I don't trade on Fridays. And I don't trade late Thursdays. No, there's no discretion involved in that. It's just like if I don't see set up on Thursday until like, let's say 6. Okay, done. That's it. That's me for the week. See you on Monday, boys. That's it. Right? There's no, what about what about this? Oh, maybe it's a bullish engulfing the flag or whatever the fuck. For me, I'm not even looking at the markets. I know I'm going to get tempted by it. But it's not even tempted, really. It's actually just, there's no point for me to look at it. Except if I'm fascinated by it. But it's not going to be me trading on Fridays. It just doesn't happen because I've seen it so much. It's like imagine 100 people walk into, I don't know, a room, and they come out with their arms chopped off. Would you like to go in that room? That's kind of how I see it, because I've backtested so much. I've used so many different strategies, and for me, I don't know what it is, just Fridays is not good for me. I've seen it too much. I've seen too much slaughter. I've seen too many weird things happening. I've seen too many sell-offs. I've seen too many times where the strategy was perfectly aligned, and in any other scenario it would have gone up, but since it was a Friday, done, down. So, because I see people walk into a room and come leaving with their hands cut off, I don't want to get my hands cut off. So guess what? I just never enter that room. As easy as that. A bit of an extreme example when I was like that on it, but it is what it is. Lower high was never broken here, as you can see. Nice that it got, the retracement back up. I could foresee maybe, let's see here. I can see this for short, because weekly is, dear God, that's something, isn't it? Weekly is still bullish. Daily is still bullish, but it does have some bearish market structure. But this is for Sunday, actually, so nothing for me to analyze at this current moment at 22.20. Next, this was supposed to go down to the area of interest, never did. Oops, that's it. It's as simple as that. It needs to close inside with a daily candle. If not, it doesn't take. Same thing with the chopped arms. I just do not. Well, it's not even that. It's just like there's a series of criteria for me to even consider a trade. And this just didn't have a single one. So guess what? I'm not even looking at it. That's why it's at the bottom. Finally, not lastly, CAD CHF, which didn't do anything that we asked it to. I wanted this. Guess what? It didn't happen. So, do I get angry? Do I get frustrated? Do I flip my table? But it was supposed to happen. Well, guess what? It didn't. That's why you have multiple pairs, because you are going to be wrong a whole lot. If you're not in a set of forget family, you don't see this. But when Alex does some recordings and stuff, you can see the position calculator. A lot of this chart, he leaves it out. Looks like this, right? You already know what it looks like, right? Every time he opens his chart, he's got a bunch of losses. He's got like completely wrong ideas as well. He's got like something like that, right? Wrong. And you can see it's like maybe 2 or 3 wrongs here. Go to the next chart, it's 2 or 3 wrongs here. It's just like, it just lets you know that even the guy who's making 50 mil, he's still wrong, because nobody can predict the market. It doesn't matter what kind of news, unless you're the Federal Reserve Bank or you're just a bank issuing interest rates that has huge amounts of liquidity to just make price go up and down using algo bots, whatever it is. You're not moving the price, and you're not predicting it either. There's a really interesting case study about it, which is, I can't seem to remember it, but it was something like some Swiss thing happened where there was a bottom line here and it never crossed it in history, and banks started getting close to it, so everybody longed it, right? So it's just, imagine, if I can actually try to draw this a little bit more professionally, imagine, if you don't know about this case study, it is quite interesting here. So imagine, this line has never been broken in the history, so just imagine this, like that. This line has never been broken. Price has always bounced back, because it was like a whole number or something like that. Like that. It's always done that, but never has it happened where it ever closed below that line, yes? I understand the concept. Well, Price went up and up and up, and guess what? It started going down, started going down, started going down. A little bit of retracement, and it finally went down here. And what do you think people did when it reached that? Never been below. So guess what? A bunch of people, this is the wrong fucking tool. A bunch of people decided, you know what? This is the smartest move ever. Boom, take the, like that or something like that, and just target until infinity, right? Bank sees this. I think it was Swiss. I'm fairly certain it was. Bank sees this, and they see loads of these ones. They see this one, this one, this one, this one. Just imagine 100,000 positions or something. Something crazy, right? And they decide, well, wait, we could make a lot of money here by just breaking this. So guess what they did? They announced, before they put on, of course, hundreds of millions of dollars worth of positions, they announced, oh yeah, it's gonna, we're lowering the Fed rate. Fed something. And guess what? That happened. So I'm gonna try to display it for you. Something like that happened. And apparently the takedown, or the position got taken out so fast, their stop loss didn't even get hit. Which is really interesting, because a lot of funding companies actually went bankrupt because of it. Because this one event where they decided, yeah, let's make a shit ton of money. And they screwed absolutely everybody and anything. I'm trying to find it here, but I doubt I can find it. I don't even know if it was CHF. Probably. Can't CHF maybe? Forex.com is not that good when it comes to these things. Yeah. I can't find it, but it's fine. You understand the concept, basically, which was, I think it's this one, actually. Yeah, 2015, it was this one. Remember, this is a weekly candle, gentlemen. This is a weekly candle. There we go. Something crazy. Either it's this one or something like it. Just imagine this was it. Where rates never went below a certain price and they just decided, fuck it, short it. And made a shit ton of money. Obviously, they coincided with all the different banks to gain as much liquidity as possible, letting them all. And then suddenly, like that, oh yeah, by the way, we're breaking this low here. And skadoosh, never went. Or it, well, obviously took out a lot. I think it was something like this. I don't remember quite. But this is weird as well. You see that? Touched it and went, how many fucking pips is that shit? 2,261 pips in a day. Going straight down, going straight up. Crazy. And you might be wondering, well, how did you start this rant? To be honest, I don't really remember how I started this, but the most important thing is you have no fucking idea what's going to happen. I hear it a lot. I see it all in chats. Oh yeah, CPI is going to do this, and this is going to happen, and, Trump, and big orange man, and your orange man is bad, and, child sniffing, senile man, good. It's going to affect crypto, it's going to affect stocks, it's going to affect Forex. To be completely honest, I don't think so. I think it's just a ploy to keep you a little bit distracted, and it makes you focus on the wrong things instead of focusing on the right things, like, trading. Instead of actually trading, what you're doing is, just checking Twitter every single second of the day, making sure, now I know, I'm informed. Great to be informed, but that's not going to exactly make you money unless you're a politician or a European Parliament member. Just a thought. But anyways, before I get way too political and get banned from YouTube, I'm going to end it here. So, thank you for joining me once again, your host, Tiger Trades. And yeah, we'll see you, motherfuckers, tomorrow.